Hello Flosstube, my name is Dobby and I'm back. So this is my channel that is basically about cross stitch and a lot of backstories and side stories and side quests. So I cannot guarantee that you're only going to get cross stitch content, but I really hope that you're going to like what you're seeing. So I'm back. Thank you everyone for your amazing support words and all the love that you sent to me, my family, my dad. So he is doing great at the moment. He's back home and he's slowly getting back to his that joke annoying self. So yeah, everything is just like he's on the mend for sure. So it was a heart attack, but he was under amazing care, and basically after a couple of days they decided that he's going to have the angioplasty done, and it was done. Everything went perfect, and the next day after the procedure the doctor decided that all his results look really good and he can just like be back home. So we basically took him back home the day after the procedure, and it was super fantastic. And also it was just like a really good thing to spend like a week with my family, even in under the circumstances. So yeah, that definitely wasn't ideal. However, spending a week with them was super cool. And at the moment, yeah, I have the best boss ever, and it is agreed that I will be able to just like go and visit them more often, because I am able to also work from time to time. I'm basically doing home office most of the time, so I just like need to take my laptop with me, and it's going to be okay. So it's fun. It's fun to know that I can do that, especially now that I know that my dad is okay and I don't need to worry about anything, and I could also just like spend time with them. And I was also stitching quite a lot, so I am definitely going to show you some progress. I really hope that the light is going to be okay, because this is like a completely different time of the day for me when I'm filming. But I came back home only yesterday, and today I was working I had quite a long day. After work I basically just did a couple of things around the house and had my therapy. I have my therapy online. Yeah, this is like the only time now that I can do that. And really, I have to tell you, this is something that I completely didn't expect, how much I'm going to miss filming. So for me, it started like a thing to become a part of the Flosstube community and just kind of feel closer. I didn't think that it's going to be anything more than that, but at the moment it's just like I have like the huge thank you to anyone who is coming back to my videos, who watched one of them and then watched all of them. I know there are 3, so it's not just like, but yeah, there's going to be more. I'm planning that. So this is amazing. And basically, looking at the moment at the numbers are not that important. However, it's just like there are like over 400 people at the moment who enjoyed listening to me and enjoyed watching my work and my stories and side stories and all of this stuff. So this is truly amazing, and I feel so welcomed and so accepted. So thank you so much, because you are all making that possible. And additionally, if you are a stitcher and a Flosstube watcher and lurker as I was, and you think about starting your own channel, please do. It's definitely a journey like no other. It helps me so much now with motivation, inspiration, and also with myself. And that was like a kind of discovery that totally just surprised me. How much more positive is my thinking about myself. Because just like, of course, during editing, and sometimes I just like run through my own video to check if I just like mentioned in the description box all the people that I was talking about, all the patterns and so on. So I sometimes like go back and watch my videos, and I decided that I'm quite likable. So all the years of not liking myself, suddenly I was just like, actually I can do that, I can like myself. So this is also just like such a super cool thing that has happened, that definitely I started just thinking about myself in a bit different way. So yeah, you're like my side therapy at the moment as well. Or rather, I am my own side therapy. So, and it's fun. It's so much fun. It's just like talking about stitching. It's such a joy. I knew that listening about stitching or talking, like having a dialogue about stitching, this is like something different. But talking about stitching, also cool. 10 out of 10, can recommend. So really, if you cannot decide, if you're just like still somewhere on the fence, give it a try. Give it a try, and if you do, please let me know in the comments, because definitely I'm going to watch, I'm going to subscribe, and I'm going to just like stand there in my cheerleading costume and just like cheer you up and be your biggest supporter, because this is exactly the kind of support that I received from here. And all the comments, all the amazing words, this is just something that brings me so much joy. But yeah, it's been almost 10 minutes in and I haven't mentioned cross stitch almost at all. So as I told you, there was quite a lot of stitching. So let me show you what was happening since my last video. So this is something that you have already seen, but I need to show you that on video and just like do some other stuff. We have a finish. We have a finish. I am so excited, and definitely I need to, I need to stitch more smalls, because the satisfaction coming out from that is just like amazing. So look how gorgeous it is. So as mentioned before, this is the Jujutsu Kaisen. I butchered the name last time completely, so I really hope that my DM is not watching this video. Sorry. And this is Sukuna. So yeah, he's going to be just so super happy. I know that. When getting that, I need to still FFO that. I am just like wondering what to do with that. Basically, I was thinking about either putting that in a frame, but as you can see, like the size of the finished piece is not super like regular, I would say. So I don't know what kind of frame I would put that in. The model was put in like a square frame, and it looked amazing. It really looked amazing. So I'm thinking about that. Or I think that it would fit in like the 8-10 inch hoop, but I don't know. I'm not a very good finisher in terms of hoops. My technique there is not like the best, so I may try, but I may just like stick to what I know and what I know would work. So maybe this square frame would really be a good idea. But just let me show the details. So look at the coverage. Just like, yeah, I think that it is focusing correctly as it should. Look at the coverage. This is 18. Sorry, the cat was just like jumping from my desk, so everything is more shaky than when I just like hit the table. So this is on 18 count, and this is 2/1 crossed with CXC, and I am in love. I am in love, and when I saw how good it looks, something else happened. So yeah, but that in a moment. So as you can see, I'm just like so proud of that, and I have never thought that just like stitching like the manga / comic panels can look so good. So maybe it's just going to be something in the future. And the designer of this one is Pixel Art Cross. Brain doesn't remember. I'm very, very sorry. Wait, there is a chance I have a note, because I'm just going to show you something. Cross pixel. Yes, I had notes. So I even know how many stitches were there. So it's 2,201 stitch. So this is amazing. And how do I know that? My lovely people. I got kind of enabled by all of you talking about like cross-stitch journals and so on. I decided to give it a try. Basically, I love doing like journaling and doing planners. I'm not very good at that. However, just like it brings me joy. So, but as I usually am not very consistent when I start like planners or bullet journals and so on. I have like a normal journal / diary when I just like dump all my thoughts. But nothing that would be just like more of a structure. So I decided that I'm not going to invest too much to give it a try, and I went to Action, and Action is, I think that this is a chain from the Netherlands. I think so. I think that Jemima was mentioning that this is their chain. Yeah, this is from Netherlands, and basically you can find almost everything in there, and sometimes the stuff is just like of a really good quality. And basically I got myself this planner, and it's the same. This is the same premise as the Happy Planner, as far as I know. So you have like these rings and so on. So I could just reorganize everything. So it started from May, because you can just like move the pages, and you can move like the sections of the planner, and it helped me a lot, because I just like moved May to the beginning here, and I think that when I'm finished with the month, I can even just like move it to the back, so it's just like kind of easier, or I'm just going to use that normally. However, at the moment, just let me show you like the empty part. So it's undated. So you can just, you have here, I'm just opening that on July. I don't think that you can see that this is a July, sorry. Yeah, kind of. It's July. So starting from the beginning of the month, you see the general page for this month. So you have just like for birthdays, priorities, to-do list, inspiration, and so on. So of course I'm just like kind of adjusting that for my stitching needs. And then you have undated weeks. Sorry, it's just like I would definitely need to work on the lighting a bit, because it's just a very strange with the shadows, because I have like the lamp here and here. So let's see how's that going to work. But you have undated, so the first part is kind of like the general for the notes. Then you have like the dates, and you can put the date in there. And at the end, you have also just like a page for the notes. So at the moment I started using that, and I started using that quite regularly, and it actually works. So it really helps. Plus, of course, I had just like a perfect opportunity and reason to buy such beautiful teeny tiny what are they called in English? Of course, the German name at the moment is directly there, but what is it? I basically just like hear you screaming. I would be exactly the same, but what is it? Wait, I think that I have the... Let's see if they have like the English name in here, because it's just going to... No. Nope. Brain decided to just suddenly turn to like a completely different language. But okay, doesn't matter. I will remember. Please let me know in comments what it's called. But I also got myself, of course, the unicorn ones. I cannot pass a unicorn. Impossible. Physically impossible. So, yeah. But yeah, they're cute, aren't they? I have like 6 of them with like different hearts, and I have some unicorn ones, and previously I got myself some with cat silhouettes in them. So here you go, we have a kitty, so yeah. And basically at the moment I just started using that regularly. It's, as you can see, it's a very handy size. So basically I can just like put it into my bag, into my backpack, and take it everywhere if I want to. And every day I was just like putting some notes in there, and what I was stitching on, and how many stitches I did, and to how many it kind of adds up. So that was helping me a lot to kind of keep track, and also it kind of gives me motivation, because you basically want to have something that you could put in the journal. So definitely that was super helpful. But yeah, so thanks to that, and now knowing what I'm just like doing and so on, I can just show you a new start, or rather a new restart. So after I saw how amazing CXC actually looks on 18 count, I decided that I cannot wait any longer. And I started stitching on the Magic Lighthouse, on this gorgeousness. Sorry for the glare. I may even add a picture to that, but at the moment, as a way of motivating myself as well, I have a picture of my main project also in my journal. And this is just like, it's not stuck, it's just like used with this thingy that I still don't know the name of. And I can just like look at that, and this is just like, looks gorgeous, we wanted to stitch it. So we started that, and it's just like so funny because I realized when I was making some notes for today's video, I was writing down when exactly I started that. So it has been started, it was started, sorry, on the 11th of May. And it's just like this 11th of May, this date kind of rings a bell, like in a stitchy way. And it turns out that it's exactly 2-year anniversary of my first stitch on the Farewell to Anger that I finished. So it was just like such a cool thing, and thinking that it started exactly on the same day as I started my full coverage that was finished already. It just like gives me, okay, so maybe it's just going to go so nice and smoothly as well. So let's see. But yeah, I made quite some progress, and ta-da! It, especially in this light, it looks like a block of black. It's not a block of black. There is no black in this one. Let me just try to show you if we just, as you can see this light once, yeah, okay, so now we can just see that. So this is mostly 939 and 823. So it's mostly like the navy and the dark blue. And I am at the moment at 6,675 stitches, which is like about 1.5%. Whoop, whoop. So it's just like super, super exciting. And as you can see, I have almost the whole page finished. I was just like missing a couple of stitches here, and just like a few here that are going to be added tomorrow or on Friday. So yeah, but I'm just like super, super happy. And let me just give you the info about this one. So this is the Magic Lighthouse, and the artist is Wamples. I think that I just like marked their name incorrectly under my last video, but this is Wamples. And the art is charted into a cross stitch pattern by Contemporary Cross, and the size is going to be, this is like 536 stitches by 804. So it's just like 430,000 stitches. So it's going to be big. And of course, as I started that on 18 count Ada, let me just see if I can just show you that. Unfortunately, I don't have enough space to show you that, but it's going to be huge. It's going to be like 76 centimeters, so it's about 30 inches by 114 centimeters, which is like about 45 inches. So it's huge. At the moment, I'm laughing because when I'm stitching, basically, I'm just like sitting like that, stitching, so I have like a blanket. So it's fun. It's definitely fun. But I absolutely love working on that. And again, I know that I just like, at the moment, I am praising CXC as if I was paid by them. I am not. But just look, have a look at the coverage. It's on 18 count, and basically you cannot see any fabric just showing through. So it makes me so happy. It makes me so absolutely happy, because especially on this one, as there is just like a lot of this dark stitches, the lot of dark colors, And then there are just these super colorful ones that need a proper dark background to give the correct effect. So I am really, really happy that the coverage is so amazing here. And at the moment, I just like, again, this is unpaid ad for contemporary cross. If you love full coverage, please go and check their website. I have to tell you that I have never had such an amazing experience. Basically, very often it is so that you buy something, you leave the review, and that's it. Here, the whole experience, the whole buying experience is like a completely different thing. And their customer service that I think that is actually done by the owner. So Paula, if I'm mistaken, I think that you are an owner. I just made you an owner of the company. But the contact with them is just, it's fantastic. It's really, really fantastic. I don't remember, it was just like at the beginning, I don't remember at the moment what I asked about, but I had a question. They have like a chat box on their website. I used that and their response came like super, super fast. The chat was amazing. So just like first, it made already like the experience fantastic, but at the moment, of course, I needed to go and check if they have like anything new that I can just like add to my wish list, because it's growing. But they didn't have anything like new, but I noticed that there was the announcement that at the moment all their patterns are also in a large print. And I was just like, okay, it's a super huge pattern, so like hitting any kind of numbers is not going to be so easy. So that would be cool to have like the smaller pages with the larger print, and just like, I can say like, yeah, I have like a page finish and I have another page finish and so on. So I contacted them and asked them how I could get the large print of the pattern that I already have. And the response also just like came super, super quickly. And the next day, my previous order was updated, and the large print pattern was added to that. And this is this customer service and the whole experience that I just need to tell you about, because the thing is that first, all their patterns are licensed and they're stunning. These are mostly young artists, and already through the art that they have, even if that's not necessarily like my style for cross stitch, I found a couple that I'm definitely going to be following through their like artistic journey. So this is amazing. So this is kind of their philosophy to bring more art to our lives, bring more beauty, and this is fantastic. So everything is licensed, and everything okay, just like a wrong sentence, but if you need any kind of like a different service, you need something to be changed, cropped, bigger, smaller, and so on and so on, they do that without any extra fees. And my mind was blown, because this is like, for companies usually just, this is like additional money, so of course it's just like and especially just like a new small company, so you would expect that it's going to be like difficult for them. But no, they decided that their mission is to actually just like give you access and make things more accessible. So at the moment, the large print pages, sorry, I just need to grab my tablet. So I got it, I managed to just put it to Pattern Keeper. I needed to, so it didn't have any problems with the import. It just like had some issues with recognizing some of the symbols and just connecting them with the DMC number. However, it took me just like, I don't know, 15 minutes to just take it and do it manually, and everything is perfect. So at the moment, the large print page that I have, it's 40 by 55. So it's perfect. Just like pure perfection. Let me just show you. I'm not going to show you like the page, but just open the PDF and just quickly show you. Oh, come on. Look how cute it is. Look how cute, how small and manageable. So I'm definitely in love with the large print stuff, and I'm going to just like move all my progress to the new chart and just start stitching that, so I can report on page finishes more often and just get more motivated. So it was absolutely fun. And also what I love about them is just they do not try to tell you how you should stitch, and quite the opposite. They tell you that it's your pattern, it's your joy, it's your hobby, do whatever you want. So if that's DMC full cross and you are just like ending all your threads and everything is just like your back is as beautiful as your front, awesome. But if you are just doing CXC and you are just like taking your threads like 50 stitches over, because you can do that. If it makes you happy, it makes you happy. And I think that this is one of the things that definitely is going to make me a returning customer, because this is joy for us, and we are spending money on these patterns, and it's just like when somebody like tells us that we do things incorrectly, it's less of a joy. We start doubting ourselves, and this is not what it should be about. It's to be relaxing, it's to be enjoyable, and it's playing with floss. So just like all the fun. So yeah, if anyone from Contemporary Cross would ever watch it, a huge thank you. And I'll be back. I'll be back for sure, because I already love you. So yeah, definitely give them a try. Have a look. It's everything looks so beautiful, and really I can confirm that the charts are super clear. And also something that sold me on them at the moment from my first purchase, I'm going to be coming back. So in this one, I think there are just like 99 colors, and even if that's kind of confetti heavy, this confetti isn't that, it doesn't make sense. So I think that the lowest number of stitches in one color in the whole pattern is over 600. So it's just, whoa, when I saw it, it's just like, okay, yep, this is this thing, because sometimes we are just getting patterns full coverage, and I don't know if you do that, but I usually didn't. And I was just like buying with the suggested amount of suggested number of skeins that we need to buy. And then it turned out that, for example, in a 77,000 stitches, there were 3 in one color. and they really didn't change anything, so we could just skip them. But oh well, lesson learned. At the moment I'm just going to be checking everything, but it was just like kind of disappointing when you are just getting to a color and just like, oh, okay, I don't know why we needed to use a new thread, but yeah, but okay, not going to complain here because I'm enjoying this one so much. But it's going to be an adventure. At the moment my Stitchpal app is telling me that if I stitch that with the doing the same progress that I'm doing now, I'm going to be finished in 2026. So definitely it's nothing that I did not expect, but still when you just like look at the finish date, it's just like okay, it's a lifelong matter, and this is just something that you cannot just like, you need to invest. This is just like, if you love full coverage as much as I do, you know that this is something that you invest time, that you invest your effort in, and of course lots of money, because it's just like the full coverage, usually lots of thread, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. So yeah, that was my new start, and already almost hit the first page, and definitely got over the 1%. So yay me. So the second project that I was working on is my Night Spirit Studio Farmer's Freefall. So okay, sorry, I should do that. This is what it looked like when you saw it last time. Yeah, probably I would just need to do the screen grabs from my last video, because of course that I didn't have the brilliant idea to take pictures after my last video, but this is where we are at the moment. So as you can see, it grew. So I was working a lot on this part, going down here, and here we have the face of this little guy. And unfortunately I had a visit of a frog yesterday, because I started stitching him one stitch too low. So even if I could fudge it, and probably it wouldn't be such a big problem with fudging it, I couldn't. I can fudge on full coverage, not a problem. But with these ones, I really want them to be as they are, because the charting is absolutely perfect, and I really don't want to mess anything up. And look how beautiful it is, and the details, it really looks like the woodcut. So it's beautiful. So I am stitching that on this is Zweigart in, I think this is vintage mocha, probably 28. I need to be better with this kind of notes. I started that ages ago. Normally I remember, however, it just like with this one, it somehow just like went past. And I am using the dark brown in 3371. I don't know, just like this brown is just showing, because I know that in this light at the moment it looks kind of blackish, but I decided that on this fabric that I'm using, sorry for all the additional sounds, this brown is going to give like even a better effect. So I'm super happy about that. And still, this is my traveling project. So at the moment, as tomorrow I'm going to the office, so after I finish filming, it's going to be packed nicely with all the stuff that is needed, and it's going to go to my backpack. So yeah, definitely at the moment also having like a traveling piece helped with progress, and just like achieving any kind of progress very much. So I'm happy that I decided to have that, and basically when I was just flying to the UK, it was with me on the plane and on the bus, because just like normally I would be napping. However, just like the stress was a bit too much, so I needed to do something. So of course fidgeting, so I needed to work on something, and that was perfect. That was absolutely perfect for me. So I did quite a lot, and I'm super happy about that. And the next thing that I worked a lot on was my stamped kit, my kitty kit. So I know that the circumstances are nothing to recommend to anyone, but if you ever happen to have anyone staying in a hospital where my dad was just like, we needed to really visit him just from the beginning when the visiting hours started until the end. So we were just sitting for basically 6 hours at his bed, and I cannot just sit. So the second day I brought the kitty, and I have huge progress. So at the moment, again, this is what it is when you, no, sorry, this is where it was when you looked at, this is what it was when you saw it last time. I think it's too late at the moment. So words are not working, and this is where we are now. So it's just like the ear shape is just like a bit more visible, and I was just putting a bit more color in here. You cannot see that this much on the right side, so let me show you the back. As you can see, the back looks a bit more filled in, so I was working a lot on black and just filling in some other colors that were there, and I'm just like super excited, and it looks really good. It looks really good. So just like let's keep it as it is, with like the progress this time without hospital visits. I think that maybe when I'm done with the farmer's freefall, I can just start taking that with me, because it's also just pretty easy, and this time I don't even need a pattern to follow, because I'm just like following the colors that I have here. So that can also be super nice and easy to stitch on the train. So let's see. It's a bit bigger, that's why I was hesitating before, but at the moment it's just basically, why not? So that was basically it regarding the progress that I made within the last 2 weeks. But I have like a few things that I need to show you, things that I'm so super excited about that you can call it a haul if you want. I wouldn't, because it's just I would call them necessities. So I was telling you about this small tins that I got. I love them so much that I went to the same shop. It's Teddy in Germany, and got 4 of them. So it's basically, this is like 11 centimeters by 8 by 2. And it's a perfect size to just put all your notions that you need. I got like this one with this beautiful rose. Maybe roses are not 100% my style, but it was traveling with me. And as you can see, it's just like this thread cutter that I was showing you. It holds perfectly on small magnets. Here is a needle minder with my needles. I was just like throwing the cut threads that I also had here. I am thinking about adding like a teeny tiny bit of felt here, so it can also be like my ord catcher as well in one place. So let's see. But yeah, basically everything here. So this is like the traveling one. But as I was thinking about the notions, and I would like to have a box per project, so I don't need to just like go and search for scissors or for a needle needle minders and so on. I would like to have everything here. Here I have like teeny tiny needle minder here, and just like the shape of scissors. I got it from a girlfriend. So what I did, I decided that I need my notions. So I went to AliExpress. Craziness. And I got myself, they had some kind of sale, some kind of like promotion or whatever. I got myself 4 pairs of scissors. And I'm in love. Today I was using all of them to snip some of my threads, and oh, I missed the sharpness of new scissors. And this is like a lesson for me. Fabric scissors, thread scissors are only for fabric/thread, nothing else. So yeah, so I got myself this pair. So I think that this is like the most well-known shape. We have a stalk here, so cute. As you can you hear them? So much fun. Okay, I'm a stranger now. So these ones, and of course when I was just like getting the stork ones, I got myself also a pair of the rainbow ones. The rainbow stork. Gorgeous. So the beak is protected and it doesn't want to get unprotected, so sorry. But when I was buying the rainbow ones, I needed to get myself another one. These are just like more, this is like the classical form, the normal snip snips. Beautiful, beautiful. And I also got myself these ones. I wasn't sure if this shape is going to be working for me, and I think that I need more. They are super sharp. The blades are a bit thicker than they would be in normal like floss scissors, but whoa, I was using them today when I was frogging something, and that was just like a completely new experience, so I can really recommend. And basically this is like the, am I going to be able to show you all of them at the same time? That's going to like require a bit of I would need some background here, so maybe not perfect, but you can see them. And basically for 4 of them I paid less than 10 euros, so absolutely worth it. And now I'm just going to have my tiny teens in every project bag, so I will always know that I have everything that I need already in the bag, so I can just like grab anything that I feel like stitching on, and I can just like take it, go and stitch. Perfection. So I really like this kind of solutions. And the second part of necessities haul, finally my fabric arrived. I'm not going to show you the size of the same. It's 400 meters by 130, I think so. 400 meters? 4 meters. No, 400 meters, no. Look at this amount of fabric. It's 20 to count, so all the fun at the moment with CXC. I really cannot wait to start stitching my big full coverages that are just waiting. I'm still waiting for the floss, but as I told you, I ordered that also from AliExpress, CXC of course, and I already got the notification that it already was cleared by the customs, so within the next couple of days it should be with me, so I'm super happy. And yeah, at the moment I'm just like trying to think what to start. I think that I will come back to I break for UFOs. this is going to be that. And the second one that I'm super tempted by is the peacock, and this is I Break for UFOs, Amy Stewart and Haid. And the peacock plumage, Sue Taylor, art by Sue Taylor, also charted by Haid. So I'm just like somehow between these ones. I don't know why, but it's just like I think that after stitching the Magic Lighthouse, I'm not going to be super drawn to blues. Basically, blue is not necessarily my color, but this peacock just cannot get out of my head. So I think that we're going to be closer to this one. So this is another thing, and just like I was looking at this fabric today and I was already thinking that I may start cutting that, but then I decided that I really want to show you that once again. Just like so, yeah. It's rolled, so I'm not going to unroll that, but you can imagine how much of that is. So excitement, really. I'm super happy. And then the last part of my necessities haul, you can just like see that behind me. It's a Lowry stand that I was already starting to put underneath the sofa leg. It's here. It's here. It's here. And it was kind of an, even though I was dreaming of having that for like about 2 years, and in I think my first video I told you that definitely is, it's nothing that I'm going to buy too soon. Now when I was in the UK, I went to the Lovecraft website and I saw that basically they have the same frame, the same stand, sorry, but in 2 different prices. And I don't know if I just like, if that was mentioned there, or I missed that, or it wasn't mentioned there. After getting that, I know now why, but still super worth it and so on. So basically, I think that the difference in price was about £21. So that's huge. And after I received that, I paid the normal price for that was £99, but as that was my first order from Lovecrafts, I got 15% off my first order. So altogether, I think that I paid £84 for that. So it's a bargain. And when it arrived, I noticed that the box had been opened before. So it seems that these are the stands that were bought and then they were returned. So there is nothing wrong about them. It's just like they are not fully in the original packaging, and that's it. So I'm super happy about that. And at the moment, this is something that started making me think a lot about future Stitch With Me's. I do enjoy watching Stitch With Me's, and my favorite for Stitch With Me is Vera Stitching Corner. So I'm going to link her below, because it's just like I have so much fun. I really have so much fun, and usually I stitch along with her, and her voice is super calming, and it just like, it's like stitching with a friend. So it's super cool, and I would like to try that as well. And basically, I'm going to be on holidays for 2 weeks. So I'm going to have a bit more time. We're going for like 8 days to Prague, I'm super excited, but I'm going to tell you about that, why I was so excited about that after we're back. But I'm going to have like also a couple of days off before and after the Prague visit, so I'm definitely going to have a bit more time for filming and for stitching as well. So yeah, I would like to try Stitch with me. I just need to see what kind of setup would be best for filming. However, I would like to get your input. What do you think you would enjoy watching more? The Magic Lighthouse, that at the moment still is like a blue blob, or the kitty, the colorful kitty. Definitely more exciting with the colors, however this is stamped cross stitch, so I don't know. But basically, do we watch Stitch with Me's for watching or for just like the stories behind that? Because I'm the latter. I watch for the stories behind that and for all the talking, accompanied by these gorgeous sounds of the floss going through fabric. I'm obsessed with that. So yeah, let me know what you would like to see more, the Magic Lighthouse or Kitty, or both, because I can just like also alternate. So let's see. But yeah, basically I'm super excited that I am back, that I could just like share my progress with you, and you can just like let me know what else you would like to see from me. And that was also, I didn't have too much time for watching Flosstube so much, and especially just like trying to discover new Flosstubers. But there were like two things that happened that made me so excited. So I mentioned in my last video that I started watching Ailarra, and I think that we could be friends. Ailarra found me because of the mention, and she watched my videos and she confirmed that we would definitely be friends, and it was just amazing. I started like fangirling like crazy, and this is just like, this is one of these experiences. It's just like, you know, I have been watching Flosstube for at the moment, how long? 7 years? 7 years, yeah. So I was just like watching some of the people, and at the moment I can interact also with them, like really interact with them. So that's absolutely fantastic. So like getting in touch with Ailarra was amazing. And also Jantina Stitches, that I mentioned I think in 2 of my videos, she also found me. That was not through mention, but she kind of came across one of my videos, and then she just like heard the shout out and she reached out to me, and it was so nice also to just start talking with her. This is exactly what Flosstube community is about. Just like being together and just reaching to each other and being in touch and enabling each other. So that's absolutely fantastic, and I was so excited to be able to just talk to these ladies, because I admire them so much, and it's so much fun also to like talk to them normally. So thank you so much for reaching out, Lara and Jantina. And also I found other Flosstubers from people who subscribed to my channel. So like my, again, notes, my newest discoveries are James PH Stitcher. I'm sure you know James, because I had his name mentioned, but it somehow didn't like click before I just like saw his name as a new subscriber, and I just like went to his channel, and I saw his fancy ladies. He's Bella Filipinas. Bella Filipinas? Bellas Filipina? Which would be the correct plural? Please let me know. I would say Bella Filipinas, but not sure, have no idea. So his fancy ladies, Bella Filipinas, Mirabilias. It looks so gorgeous. They are so, so beautiful. And is that only me, or is that like a general thing? Bella Filipinas, their faces are much nicer and approachable, because I think that Mirabilias, as much as I love them, they have RBFs. Not going to if you don't know, I'm not going to tell you what the abbreviation stands for. Check it, you will find it. RBF, sorry. So yeah, and Bella Filipinas, they're pretty ladies, and James's stitching is just so beautiful, and the fabrics, and just if I was more into fancy ladies, I think that I could get enabled, but I'm just going to stick to my red. I think that red is enough at the moment. When she's done, I may think about something else, but at the moment I have only red on my head. And so that was James. And the second Flosstuber is SensNeedleworks. So this is a lady from Germany. Her name is Sen. And also already we're just like talking, and I am sure that if we ever meet in person, we won't be able to stop talking, because it's just like constantly there was like some kind of spark. So she stitches a lot on full coverage, but also she plays D&D, and she is stitching things for her characters that she's playing. So that was just amazing, and of course it inspired me. And I would need to definitely think about that as well. I was trying to already convert art of my character into a pattern, but it would be huge. It would be like to get all the details, it would be about like over 500,000 stitches. So I think that I'm just going to keep her as a art only. I'm going to show you. So this is Liz, and yeah, I love her. I absolutely love her. But coming back to Sen, so Sen also has her Etsy shop, where she has also cross stitch patterns, and I already purchased one. So this is Cherry Blossom. It's gorgeous, and I think that it's going to be like a perfect testing pattern for me, because it's just like the detail in here is very soft, and it's more based on the colors themselves. So I would really like to try tent stitch. My brain has a bit of issue with tent stitch, because how can you not finish your stitch? But I may try, and let's see. If that's not going to work, I'm just going to be finishing my stitches, that's it. But I think that it's just like with this kind of softness on like the edges of the petals and so on, it's going to be perfect. So for the beginning, it's not going to be like so drastic of a change that, oh, maybe the detail is not so, it's not so much. So let's see. And yeah, so these are my two discoveries, and actually my discovery of today is stitching on the rocks. Oh my god, just like the energy is amazing, and also like lots of full coverages and also lots of talking, so definitely my kind of person. So I enjoyed that, and I have like lots of videos queued to watch and see what was happening, and see all the whip parades and so on, to get a bit more information about the person behind the channel. So yeah, that's that. So I definitely, even if this this like last 10 days were kind of stressful, I managed to take care also of my of myself, of my mental health and so on. So stitching definitely helps in that, because I had time for myself, and I could just like at the end of the day I could have like wind down a bit and get myself to the right place and so on. So yeah, this is the therapeutic part of cross stitch as well. So I think that's it for today. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for coming back. And if you have comments, let me know. If you have questions, let me know. Either here in the comment box, or there is my email if you want to just like shoot me a message. Yeah, and thank you for being here, because you're amazing. Thank you so much for everything, and see you soon. Happy stitching. Bye bye.